And so I do believe that pound for pound, my bench press was way better than even Eddie Hall.
What did he say?
And Eddie, feel free to try to break my Guinness World Record in the deadlift. We know Mitchell Hooper tried, and he actually failed. He couldn't break it. And so if you think I'm not a strong guy, that I must have been using fake steroids. The proof is in the pudding. And so, Eddie, why not break my Guinness World Record? I mean, after all, you're such a strong guy, you could easily break it. Aren't you the strongest deadlifter of all time, with deadlifting over 1,100 pounds? Well, if so, let's see you break my Guinness World Record.
Who refereed it?
Your best friend, Magnus or Magnus?
Yeah, my best friend.
Coach Greg, in today's video, we're going over Eddie Hall calling me out. He says I'm selling fake steroids as well as selling fake Turk Builder Max. That it's not from the plant Ajuga turkistatica. That it's all snake oil. But is it true?
Put this in ChatGPT, hang on. Why does Greg Doucette know so much about steroids?
Eddie, I wish you would do more research than typing in my name in ChatGPT. You're not going to learn everything from ChatGPT. It doesn't know everything. It knows what people rumor to be true, but it doesn't know the actual truth. Imagine. And how many of out there know that you have to ask ChatGPT twice? I said, how many grains of rice are there in a cup? It spit out 48 to 50,000. I said, it can't be that much. It said, you're right. It checked again, 8 to 10,000. And so which is it, ChatGPT? Is there actually 50,000 grains of rice in a cup? Or is it closer to 10? And so I had to ask it twice. And no, I didn't count it, but I'm certain it had 50,000 in one answer and 10 in the next. It doesn't.
Eddie ha luci luci luci, grassi e coconucci, nucci nucci, grasso che sbraita, ma poi non si imbucchi.
He was caught selling steroids. Gregory! Have we on...
Lots of video about the closet.
And so tell me you don't watch Coach Greg videos without telling me you watch Coach Greg videos. How many times have I talked about the fact that I used to sell performance-enhancing drugs? Literally had 20 months house arrest, over a $50,000 fine. Remember, I'm in Canada. It's legal to use steroids, but it's not legal to sell them. And so I literally was selling them. We all know this. I was banned from traveling to the United States for 10 years. Had to hire 3 sets of lawyers to let me in for 1 year. Then I reapplied, let me in for 2 years. And why? Because I'm reformed. No longer selling performance-enhancing drugs. As you know, I'm now your T-Plug. I smuggled in turkesterone from Uzbekistan and we're selling out faster than... Every order I get more, but we're getting as much of it as we can. There are limitations to how fast we can harvest these crops. They have no idea that we've already invested in increasing collection and the sustainable farming of the product, and have no idea how hard it is to grow and maintain the same active components. If it was just grass, it wouldn't be protected species in Uzbekistan. There are strict quotas for how much we can collect, and no one is allowed to harvest it without government approval. And so I'm already in with the government from Uzbekistan. You guys...
Špioniro golubiro. Jebeni golub kojeg šalje vlada u jav.
It's not like raking blueberries growing around in the forest. This is hard.
That's what she said.
I'm working with the government of Uzbekistan. We partnered with Uzbekistan, and we have the first ever food supplement manufactured in Uzbekistan and shipped to North America. We have an exclusive non-compete agreement. And so essentially a monopoly on turkesterone to sell in North America. And you all think you can get it from my competitors.
Oh, but turkesterone, it's not real.
It's fake. It's not actually the plant Ajuga turkistatica. But yet Nootropics Depot, they tested 10 different manufacturers. We're the only ones that passed. The only ones, Gorilla Mind, 0.36. And there's more turkesterone in one of my pills than in Derek's entire box. And it ain't Ajuga turkistatica. It's most likely what I believe to be cyano. And so let the haters come. Because once you watch the videos and once you see the evidence, you will know HCLT Supplements is the only one doing what they should be. And so why do you think we're selling out? Word travels fast. People know I do not have snake oil. Gorilla Mind does. They've been selling the same thing for years. Oh, Ectiplex, Turkplex, the same exact plant. The botanists prove this. But you all think I'm the bad guy. Wait till you try it. Oh, and if it's snake oil, it's literally a money-back guarantee and a $20 gift card.
For smuggling and distributing anabolic steroids, At one point, it was selling steroids worth $250,000, leading to criminal charges.
And so what's amazing to me is that they announce the charges. They capture you, oh my goodness, the criminal. Coach Greg, such a bad human being. And so they announce it. It's in the Chronicle Herald, major newspapers. $250,000 worth of steroids. The only thing it's not. And so when they seize a bag of creatine, over 1 kilo of creatine, a bag of creatine powder, and they say it's steroids, I say, no, it's not. Test it. And not only that, there's a jug of pee, a 4-liter gallon, urine. Oh, that's steroids. You want to test it? And so they test it. It ain't steroids. And so if it's creatine and urine and they say, oh, it's $250,000 worth of steroids, and they test it and they discover it's not. It's creatine. It's a jug of urine. Remember, guys, I've dieted for bodybuilding competitions, have to pee every 20, 30 minutes sometimes. I had a pee jug in my car. I'm peeing on the go. Does it sound like I'm making this shit up? Would I make this shit up? And so once they test the actual products and discover it's not worth $250,000, do they then report that in the newspaper? Of course not. Oh, hey, actually, we'd like to clarify it wasn't actually $250,000. It was $62,000. Oh, but they don't report that part. And as far as saying it's fake steroids, underground black market does not mean fake. Just because it didn't come from a pharmacy doesn't mean it's fake. And you know what they actually said? We need to get these drugs off the streets. Do you know what drugs they're referring to? Cialis, which is tadalafil. And so because I had the word Cialis on a bag of tadalafil, they said it's fake. Tadalafil is Cialis. Everyone knows it as such. It would be like saying, oh, it isn't Anavar, it's oxandrolone. And so, trust me, it wasn't fake. Did you actually know it's legal to sell fake steroids? If I say, hey, this is Anavar and it's creatine and you buy it, you don't have charges. Is it honorable? Of course not. This is not what happened. You really think I would have been charged with selling steroids if they were actually fake? Does anyone raise your hand think it was fake? And people who bought it from me in the past, anyone, feel free to comment. I am not a snake oil salesman. I am not bullshitting you. And so when you bought tadalafil, which was labeled Cialis, was it not actually working? And get these drugs off the street. So what, so guys can bang their freaking wives harder than last time? And so since that time, I now sell legal supplements. For example, harder than last time. There is no Cialis in it, but does it work? Absolutely. And Turk Builder Max. Look, I may be smuggling it in from Uzbekistan, but there are no performance-enhancing drugs inside of it. It is waterproof. That means you won't fail a drug test, and it does in fact work. Have you not seen the benefits for Will Tennyson? The tens of thousands of people that keep rebuying this, that tells me it works. If it wasn't working, why do they keep rebuying it? Why do I get comments every single day? And so Eddie's trying to paint the picture. Greg is a snake oil salesman. He sold fake steroids and he's selling fake Ajuga turkistanica right now. But yet I don't see people saying Gorilla Mind is selling fake Ajuga turkistanica. They literally have the molecule of turkesterone on the bottle. They've, since the time of me calling them out, they switched the bottle without telling you, without saying anything. Now they claim they don't have any claims of Turk after all. Previously, they said there was 50 milligrams of turkesterone. It was 10% of 500. And I know Eddie doesn't understand math, but 10% of 500 is 50. My label claim says minimum 5%. Every time it's been tested, it's been 7% or more. And so we over-deliver. We stated it has minimum 10 milligrams of turkesterone, but Derek said it had 50? Really? But yet when it was tested, it was 0.36. And so, Eddie, where is the video on Gorilla Mind? Why don't you call them out for selling snake oil?
Most of the steroids he sold were counterfeit and fake.
Imagine, does anyone think that Eddie Hall is the first man to Google Coach Greg? That in 2025, this is the first thing that he's uncovered. Wow, I can't wait to shock the world. Coach Greg, he sold steroids. And to add to that, they were counterfeit and fake. They weren't. I ask anyone out there, anyone who's ever bought it from me, ever, was even one item ever counterfeit or fake? I just need one name, one person. And so was it? Of course not. And so what do you think is more likely? That they consider that it's black market as being fake? Or that tadalafil was actually labeled as Cialis and that was fake? But remember, the active ingredient is tadalafil and it's called Cialis. Does anyone disagree with me?
Just like you, your personality, and any product you put your name to, you have just outed yourself, sir.
And so he thinks I've outed myself. Do I look like I'm losing this battle? He went on ChatGPT and asked it a few questions. Does it look like I'm nervous? Do I look scared? Have I ever not come clean what I'm talking about?
Enough on that. Fake steroids, Jesus Christ. You can't even sell the real stuff, you have to sell the fake shit because you're a dirty snake, you.
And so why would I sell fake steroids when I literally got charged for selling real steroids? It's not illegal to sell fake steroids, and so do you really think they would give me 20 months of house arrest for selling fake steroids when that's not even illegal? Or do you think that they get it because what I did was illegal? Remember, this is from 13 years ago, and so it's an ad hominem attack. I said Eddie Hall is on steroids, HRT, peptides, whatever. And that, why didn't you talk about that? During your weight loss, you never mentioned that. It's the carnivore diet. You know, I lost 20 pounds, added 14 pounds of muscle at the same time, of which he denies because he doesn't know how to do math. But I proved that I'm right. And so while being on a carnivore diet, he lost 33 pounds of fat and gained 14 pounds of muscle. While on a carnivore diet. But I'm the liar. Okay, Eddie. Sure.
Lo chiamiamo la stampante finta. Free Money Printer parla e si svuota ogni parola.
IFBB pro bodybuilder and record holding powerlifter. Okay, fair play. So he's got records, I would imagine, world records, I don't know.
And so he doesn't know about my world records. And so Eddie, world masters, 40 plus bench press, all categories. I benched with a pause, 528 pounds, weighing 198. And so I do believe that pound for pound, my bench press was way better than even Eddie Hall.
What did he say?
And Eddie, feel free to try to break my Guinness World Record in the deadlift. We know Mitchell Hooper tried and he actually failed. He couldn't break it. And so if you think I'm not a strong guy, that I must have been using fake steroids. The proof is in the pudding. And so Eddie, why not break my Guinness World Record? I mean, after all, you're such a strong guy, you could easily break it. Aren't you the strongest deadlifter of all time with deadlifting over 1,100 pounds? Well, if so, let's see you break my Guinness World Record.
Who refereed it?
Your best friend, Banks or Manson?
Yeah, my best friend. No, mate, he just hates you because you're a fucking crybaby, that's all.
No.
So let me ask you.
No, let me finish asking questions, please, Cougar.
Go on, mate.
Okay? Who weighed the plates?
What the fuck are you? I'm not answering your questions.
Who weighed the plates? Your dad.
Education in kinesiology. Sorry if I butchered that.
And so he doesn't know how to read kinesiology. He doesn't know what that is. He doesn't understand it. But how could he? His IQ is 79.
79!
So you went to university to get a master's degree to sell fake steroids.
And so in my master's degree in kinesiology, they never taught us how to fake steroids. And do you actually need to learn anything? To fake steroids, you would say, this is steroids and it's not. This is pre-pump. You can get it. It's not steroids. If I say, hey, this pre-workout is steroids, it's just fake steroids. If I send you a bowl of water and say, hey, in this bowl of water, there's steroids and there's not, it's fake steroids. You don't need a master's degree to do that.
Can you imagine hiring Greg as a personal trainer? Me. As part of the package, do you get headphones? So you can't hear him.
And so Eddie Hall
Hasn't heard Batman. He doesn't know that I can actually speak normal, that perhaps I have a different voice. It's perhaps even soothing, or that perhaps I just yell a little bit more in my video.
But later, Brandon would accuse Greg of being a terrible coach, charging way too much for his services, saying that he didn't change his plans enough and that he didn't listen to him.
And so he then adds a clip of Brandon Harding, of which I coached him. And if anyone goes back, I helped him add 15 pounds of muscle in 3 months. He would say, hey, do I need to change the plan? I'd say, this is amazing. Everything is working perfectly. And so, no, don't change the plan. Does that sound like I wasn't a good coach? 15 pounds of muscle in 3 months. And that's his words, not mine. And so ask him again. Say, was Coach Greg actually a bad coach? And so everyone knows I already made videos talking about this in the past, proving exactly what I'm saying. And so unfortunately, Eddie Hall, he hasn't had the chance to watch them. But those are the people who have had me as a coach. For example, Ian Valere, you know, the top 10 Mr. Olympia champion, who also happened to coach Chris Bumstead to 4 Olympia titles, that guy. And so I coached his coach. And he turned IPE pro and was shredded. Do you think my coaching doesn't work?
He warns against excessive steroid use, advocating for hormone replacement therapy and lower doses instead of reckless abuse. Well, I'm all for that.
I've been fucking hoes and probably feelings, but I feel it's like a roll star. I've been fucking hoes.
And so, Eddie, notice you're saying it's okay to warn people about steroid use and so on, but you're saying is accusations are not okay. And so, Eddie, why not just say, no, Coach Greg, you're wrong. Here's my blood work proving I'm natural. Send me the blood work, Eddie Hall. I'll show you mine. I've shown my blood work a number of times. I'm not abusing performance-enhancing drugs. I'm only on HRT and I have the blood work to prove it. What about you? I would be happy, more than happy to go over your blood work and tell you how healthy are you really. Now, you got some quack doctor telling you that you're healthy, that your blood markers are immaculate? You need to fire your doctor. You need an actual doctor. Why not hire Coach Greg? I'll give you a way better assessment. I'll go over everything. And I'll tell you, have you not seen me do this for people in the past? Literally diagnosed Togi with thalassemia. He wrote me in private, said it took his doctors 3 to 6 months to figure it out. Just from blood work. Gave him that diagnosis. Perhaps we'll discover you have chlamydia. Who knows?
Greg.
And so how could it be $250,000 worth of steroids if they were fake? It would be $0 worth of steroids. If anything, they would say, hey, you're selling without a permit, you're mislabeling things. It wouldn't have been charged with selling steroids if they're fake. And so if you're interested in Turk Builder Max, of which we've proven to be real at the Ajuga Turkistanica from Uzbekistan, you know it's legit. And if there's any doubts, remember, money back guarantee and a $20 gift card. If you don't feel it, if it doesn't surpass your expectations, you get your money back. No questions, just get it done. I want you to all try it. Kind of like a drug deal. Once you've sniffed it once, you're addicted. It's the real stuff. This is what I want. And if you don't like it, I want you to get your money back and a $20 gift card. Not scamming anyone. Compare it to other competitors. Buy Gorilla Minds, use theirs. Buy mine and use mine and see. See what the difference is. And it's not just me. You've seen Will Tennyson use a product, made an incredible difference. And so if you don't believe me, you're probably an enemy of mine. You just don't like me because I've proven beyond reasonable doubt. I have the receipts. And so if you're interested, code Greg, 15% out. But of course, it's probably sold out because it's so hard to get and everyone wants it because they tried it and they keep rebuying it.
Eddie Halluci Luci Luci, grassi e coconucci, nucci nucci, grasso che sbraita, ma poi non si imbucchi. Dice son forte, ma Thor lo distrugge, parla difficile, ma il senso non regge. Vuol fare il duro, ma è solo un attore, cerca Grace per un po' di clamore. Invece è finito, non ha più la spinta, ormai lo chiamiamo la stampante finta. Free Money Printer parla e si svuota ogni parola, una risata vuota. Una volta campione, ora solo un meme, urla nel vuoto, nessuno lo teme.
And until next time, I am out.